The White Van. Saturday night, I attended the symphony with Dr. Curious. She thought I needed some improvement in the cultural department. Actually, I need a lot of improvement, but she thought this would be a good first step. Well, I enjoyed the experience immensely. Best sleep I'd had in years. They played music by Liszt, Chopin, Debussy, and some dude named Cacciatore. I woke up for that part. It was pretty lively stuff. The only downside for me was that Dr. Curious kept poking me in the ribs and accusing me of snoring. Stop snoring. I don't snore. But what I really want to talk about is what happened after the concert. Now, there were a lot of people there, 2,000 or 3,000. I never knew we had so many music lovers in these parts. So with all those people there was also lots of cars, hundreds of them, and it took some time for the lot to clear. And that's when we saw the woman and observed her strange behavior. The first thing we noticed was her age. Most of the people at the concert were boomers, but this woman was in her 20s. The next thing we noticed was her dark clothing. Jeans, black high-top sneakers, black bunny hug. Okay, black hoodie. For some reason out here in Saskatchewan, a hoodie is called a bunny hug. A bunny hug. Don't ask why, just is. Well, my first thought was BEK, black-eyed children. But we could see the woman clearly, and she appeared to have normal eyes and features, albeit with a bit of a goth look, pale skin and raven black hair. But it was her behavior that held our attention. She appeared to be looking for something. At first, we thought she might be looking for her car, as sometimes people forget where they parked. Something I've never done. Of course. We watched as she walked from one end of the lot and back again, before returning in the direction of the concert hall. Maybe she was looking for someone, instead of a car. By now, most of the cars had gone, and one of the few remaining vehicles was an old white and rather battered van. Now, that caught my attention, as a few years back, every story you heard about an abduction or kidnapping seemed to feature a white van. The serial killers, Bittaker, Lawrence Bittaker and Ray Norris, were said to have used a white van to kidnap their murder victims, although actually it was silver gray. They called it Murder Mac, but I digress. As a result, I couldn't help but wonder if the woman and her odd behavior had any connection to the white van. Sure enough, after a minute or so, the goth woman came hurrying back across the mostly empty lot and got in at the passenger side of the white van. It drove off quickly, and I decided to follow. The van headed across the lot towards the front of the concert hall, as if it was going to pick someone up. I headed after it, but pedestrians and other vehicles kept blocking my path, so that by the time we arrived at the entranceway, the white van was already pulling away and heading downtown. I decided to tail it, hoping to get close enough to get the van's license number without being observed. Alas, I didn't succeed. I think they knew I was following them. Eventually, they shook me off in one of the poorer neighborhoods. So I reluctantly admitted defeat and went home, hoping they didn't get a real good look at me. Now, this was 3 days ago. Since then, I've searched the local media for news of any missing persons, but nothing. But there have been other developments. Leaving the grocery store the other night, I saw a white van that looked quite similar to the one I had seen the night of the concert. It was parked close to my car, almost right beside it. And last night, at 2 a.m., I observed a similar white van come creeping down our street, only to stop and sit idling in front of our house for nearly 15 minutes. What is going on? What have I stumbled into? What have we stumbled into? My car was in the driveway and clearly visible. I've hidden it in the garage now, but I fear it's too late. They know where we live. But what do you think, dear listeners? Have we stumbled upon some sort of nefarious activity? Or am I just being paranoid? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I'll let you know if anything else happens, provided I can. Cheers from Warren, who should have listened to a warning to the curious.